Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Outside, Wall. And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender, Smith, proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Here's Smith. The kick out to Harper. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Boy, that's how you do it. You get the defense on the interior to collapse, and you move it out to that three. Such a high priority.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
Detroit with the ball. Leonard on the wing. Rebound by Smith.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Unloads from 13. John Wall. A nice shot by Wall.
We're so accustomed to seeing John Wall work with the ball. This time he gets off the ball and is ready on the catch.
Here's Thompson, driving inside.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now here's James. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
2 minutes remaining.
To the middle. Here's Bosch. Smith with the defensive effort. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Harper.
Wow, the Kawhi claw comes out to put a stop on that attack.
To the inside. Double team on Bosch. And they call an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Doncic looking it over. Screen by Giannis. Back to Doncic. Outside for SGA. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander continues to hone in. When he's draining threes, he's almost unguardable.
Here's Leonard. Nice D from Odom.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Shoots. Here's Smith. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Smith's got 6.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Will it go? And Harper's slams it in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the sides.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way. He does.
And there's the call on Bob. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Ball is the screen. Embiid drives in.
And how about Embiid putting the versatility on full display? How many other bigs can do that?
Banchero with the screen. Pass to Davis. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
And here's Harper from the arc. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. It's Chicago up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Now here's Edwards. Banchero with the screen. Edwards, no good. Chicago leading. Well, Greg, we know at his speech, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league. MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And it's Banchero missing. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Down low. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
It's good from long range. Edwards got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And how about the no hesitation shot? He barely had to think about it.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Banchero, that's for 2. It's good from the top of the key.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Inside, back to Embiid. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Outside Kidd. Back to Banchero. Davis sets a screen. Launches a 3. Another miss by Banchero. And Jason Kidd picks up a foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for Chicago.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hit under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the dunk by Wall.
Such a shrewd playmaker. Love watching Wall break down the defense in the pick and roll.
to Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LeBron James.
First team foul.
Yeah, this guy knew exactly what he was doing inside. He's going right into the teeth of the coverage.
He's off on the first.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
You can tell what an intelligent player Davis is. Add that to his physical makeup, and it's easy to see why his potential is enormous.
Loads it up for Davis. Curvin with the steal. LeBron with it. Now Smith defending. And the dunk by Odom.
Getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
I like how they work the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Puts it up from 15. Curvin outside. Embiid the screen. 6 to shoot. With force, Embiid takes it to him.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with them.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
The big guy attacking the rim. The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And Embiid throws it down.
John Wall.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Chicago leads by 4.
Chicago.
Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Detroit trails by 4. Thompson outside. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And the jump by Aldridge.
Once Aldridge gets the ball at the rim, it's over.
And so it's Curvin with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Inside. And stolen by Aldridge. And here's Leonard from 3. And that's out of bounds. But will retain possession. For the tie, it's taken away by Wallace. Here's Curvin. Now here's Odom. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when you think of Odom, a player who does so many things well, a truly unique player, he just brings a ton to the table. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Thompson driving to the basket. And Curvin sends it back. Pass to Smith. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. 50 that time from Leonard. Detroit trails by 4. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning, defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Nobody near Allen. Another 3 for Detroit.
And this is Allen's go-to shot. Just a sensational shooter from the three-point line.
And Doncic, here we go. In the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, making a little bit of a statement at the rim right there. That's a pretty finish.
Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Well, you see the burst, and once Allen gains a step on you, you're toast.
In the corner, Gervin with it. Screen by Smith. And it's slammed in by Gervin.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Wallace. And he makes good on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
29 seconds left in the third. Smith left side. Stolen by Allen. Entered on the wing. He has yet to score. Takes the turnaround J. And there it is for him.
Well, the mid-range is Kawhi's bread and butter. This guy can get to his spots and take whatever he wants.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And it's Chicago scoring again. And so it's Chicago with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Chicago leading by 6. Outside, SGA. Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
And that one is good. 7 points for Dylan Harper.
To me, success inside is all about effort and savvy. That's nicely done.
And Wall. Here we go now. And Wall with the slam.
And you see the remarkable athleticism of John Wall sailing in for the flush.
And that one's good by David Stern.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Chicago leading by 6. Outside, SGA. Gilgeous Alexander races to the rim.
Very few people do it more often or better in pick and roll action than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's tough to stop.
Now, Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum a screen. Here's Banchero. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt, a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
Another chance. And he lays that one in.
Yeah, it's just persistence on the boards, right? Refusing to give up on the offensive play.
Banchero looking around.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Late in the clock, he gets it to fall.
And playing with veteran poise against the shot clock. I like how Banchero handles the pressure.
Wall. Oh, the slam dunk.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Chicago Chicago making a switch here.
Jabari Smith Jr. Luka Doncic.
Chicago leading by 10. Outside, James. The putback. Oh, Giannis puts it right back in.
The instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
Tatum. Doncic for the rebound. And so it's Wall with it. Bringing it up. Oh!
Wow.
Where did that come from?
Holy
John
goodness.
Wall.
That was beautiful. And Detroit with another turnover here.
Yeah, he cheating.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-6 run.
John Wall.
Well, you look up at the scoreboard, the time remaining, this game is effectively over.
Well, you have to appreciate the hard work that went into building this lead. They have been terrific all night.
Outside, James. Beyond the arc. Smith. He parachutes in for the putback.
And smart play by Smith, using that build to get in there and just fight for the rebound and the finish.
Ball goes to Chicago.
Changes for Chicago.
Substitution on the court.
Mourning with the screen. And Mourning throws it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Outside, Harper. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Five to shoot. Going inside. And Harper slams it in.
So good at reading the floor off the bounce and getting into the teeth of the defense. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander off the mark. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were
supporting their team. Please take care to get home safely.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Tonight, it'll be Chicago going up against New Orleans. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Pass to Sigma. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
It's a rather unique shooting for him. Sigma puts that ball way behind his head, but I tell you what, it's basically unblockable.
And then Smith with the dunk.
What a finish, just powering it down.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And the rejection by Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Taking no chances all the way to the 10.
Chicago with the ball. Following the score by New Orleans. Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect for the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of this. The first one falls.
Boy, the size and skills of Sigma, pretty unique for a guy his size, and I like seeing that. Plays to his strengths and very consistent as a scorer.
Embiid the screen. Yep, it counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's ball. Here's Kirilenko. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That is just too easy for AK-47. He's a pro at knocking it down with force.
And Paul with the block.
This is the kind of defense you love to see. He went after that block and got it.
Here's Kirilenko. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Chicago with the ball. It's Odom with the drive. Embiid. And it's blocked by Kirilenko. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Drives to the hoop. And it's sent back by Odom.
This is the kind of rim protection he brings. Superb work coming away with the block.
Chicago calls timeout. Chicago making a switch here. .103 left to play in the first. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
You can tell Smith really relishes being a force on defense. Blocks like that will help him anchor himself at that end of the floor.
Here's Mourning. And Mourning throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And Ball slams it in.
And Ball is more athletic than giving credit. He's got surprising pop off the floor.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good. Gervin.
And I like how he didn't have a great look, kicked it, and they end up with the triple.
Anunoby, good.
Well, we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Chicago, 17.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And looks like a illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that kick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
SGA into the lane. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
From deep Arenas, Chicago grabs the miss.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
And slam dunk by SGA.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives is something to admire.
Right side Arenas. Here's Flag. Clock at 4. Here's Edwards. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Chicago leading by 4. Things really clicking for them at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Here's Smith. The kick out to Odom. And stolen by Mobley. And finished off by Edwards.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander attacking inside. And the shot goes in.
Muscling that thing in. Tough shot.
In the corner, it's Mobley. Rebound by Smith.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
And stolen by Clark. And here's the fast break. Arenas leading the way.
So active in the lane. Flag started all of that.
The kick out to Odom. And the rejection by Smith.
So we saw he was ready to swat that one away in very good position.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Wall with a block.
An explosive athlete with length. Wall is a threat when he contests shots.
And then Smith with the dunk.
And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You gotta be kidding me. That was awesome.
No, that was outstanding, guys.
To the middle. And Mobley throws it down.
Making it look easy. Mobley using that size at the rim.
And it's SGA penetrating.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Flash. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just a problem inside. Flag just burst through the contact.
Basket counts.
Sees his teammate, delivers an accurate pass. Excellent teamwork.
Out to Smith. Mobley looking it over. Outside Edwards. Over SGA. No dice from the high post.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Chicago leading by 4. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And a wide open look for Kirilenko. It's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Kirilenko's got the opening bucket to start the second half for New Orleans. Harper. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Kirilenko on the wing. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And Doncic throws it down.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic is court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Out to Thompson from deep. It's hauled in by LeBron. And so James will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Harper. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Wallace, good.
If you get the ball that close, you gotta have to finish it.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall dog with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
And it's Bosh in the corner. Pass to Kirilenko. Drains the three-pointer. Kirilenko's got 9 points now and takes the second hit.
And perimeter score, I have to imagine it was...
Man.
And
not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail it.
Back to Bosh. And the call will be against Gerald Walton. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. Left side, Kirilenko. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. Chicago leading. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain him.
Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Outside Kirilenko. Pass to Sigma. Another one falls for New Orleans.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Embiid. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
I got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Here's Ball. Out to the wing. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kamara. And slam dunk by Kamara.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there.
Sure. I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And stolen by Mobley. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. The drive by Ball. And the rejection by Mourning. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. He's off on the first.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we're coming right back after this.
41. Chicago, 41.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Now here's Arenas. The kick out to Bosh. That's good, and Arenas with the assist.
Bosh showing you just how confident he is in his stroke. What a sweet stroke it is, and it always looks better when it's coming from a left.
And Wall with the slam.
Fierce drive and then finished with some flair to boot.
And a wide open look for Arenas. Drills the three-pointer. Arenas has got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
Mobley with the block.
You gotta go up stronger than that, or he's gonna turn you away.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by Gervin. Mourning with the screen. Oh, what a play inside.
Running the pick and roll like a veteran there. Harper, outstanding find off that screen.
Outside Arenas. Down he goes for 3.
They want the ball in his hand when the situation calls for it.
Mobley with it. He's picked up by Wall. But tried by Mobley.
Assertive take by Mobley. He knows when to attack and how to get all the way to the rim.
It's Gervin on the wing. Here's Smith. The response. Slamming it home.
Cutting into that deficit now. Well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Smith there for the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that.
wins it back. Just 5 to shoot. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Talk about coming up big. Awesome to see Harper step up and deliver.
A three-pointer. Good.
And Arenas loving the spotlight as well as being that guy to take and make big shots.
Green by Giannis. And the layup is off. New Orleans leading by 5. Outside Kirilenko.
Away team. Team foul.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Arenas. Lets loose a 3. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. And so here is Chicago. James fires. And the 3 misses. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
And here's the 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
So New Orleans wins it, but even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
You're gonna feel this one. This one you're gonna feel.
Did you know?
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. We'll watch Atlanta in this one as they go up against Chicago. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Here's Smith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Out to Carter. Thompson in the corner. Carter with the screen. The kick out to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gugliotta. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Oh, good touch from the interior. That's a high percentage shot.
To the paint. Here's Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
Assist goes to.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
That bucket in no time at all.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Richard, for a guy who's had tons of hype around him, and despite the injuries, Lonzo Ball has had a nice career in the NBA.
Yes, it hasn't gone exactly the way Lonzo wanted because of injury. But like you said, with all that noise back when he was in high school, I think he's done a very good job just being himself.
Playing with some force on the interior. You gotta love Carter Jr. playing with that level of physicality.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of that. He'll gladly take those.
Pass back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Screen by Giannis. Wall wide open. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It may be the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish. Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Smith with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Attacking from range there with some serious confidence.
Pass to Doncic. And it's Smith missing. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. From downtown. Rebound by Smith.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And stolen by Mourning. Pass to Gugliotta. Out to Thompson. And here is Mourning. The deep 3 from Smith. Rebound by Smith.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
So it's a tie game as we end the first. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
Morning up top. The kick out to Cunningham. Smith outside. Pass to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Uncovered. Wallace with the rebound. Chicago trailing here. So Jabari Smith has shown he can be a contributor, but Richard, it is a process.
And you know he's still young. And for a lot of players, especially the taller ones, it takes a couple of years to find your game.
Mourning can't make it work.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Pass to Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
The perfect roller.
Embiid can pop out and shoot, make the extra passes, really anything in that set.
Atlanta calls timeout. Both teams making some changes here. And here's Atlanta. Down low. And stolen by Mourning. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Embiid the screen. In the corner, it's Odom. Pulls up. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
1:53 left in the first half of the game. Three-pointer by Embiid. A shot, no good. Pass to Smith. He's up top. He has yet to score. A kick out to Town. The 19-foot shot. Atlanta again missing.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Now Harper controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Mourning's got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago.
And Mourning just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
It's rebounded by Town. Here's Atlanta now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Didn't think that was going to go in.
There is no stopping a well-executed pull-up.
It's Odom with the drive. Pass to Mourning. We've got 28 seconds left from the first half. Here's Embiid. Here's Odom. Mourning. Great positioning on the putback. And Chicago leads by 3.
Go get that board and do something with it.
A kick out to Town. Left side, Edwards. Top of the key, Ariza. No good. That would have tied it. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Chicago leads by just 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Chicago leading by 3. From deep LeBron. That one's not going to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ball with a wide open look. They get it back. It's stolen by Smith. To the middle. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
Roll back that clock. LeBron, the king, still reigns.
And the turnover again by Atlanta. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Screen by Smith. The drive by James. Can't cash in from close range. Pass to Carter. Carter with the screen. Driving the lane.
Oh, yes! Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And Wall. Here we go now. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes both free throws.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Morning. Here's Gugliotta. For the 3. He's off on that one.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here's Wall outside.
John Wall
drains the three-pointer. Wall's got the lead up to 8 now for Chicago. Hunter on the wing. Pass to Gugliotta. Pocket 6. And the dunk by Morning. That is ferocious. You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Wall. Now Smith. And Morning sends it down.
No Morning excels at finding these shot blocking opportunities. It's like he sees the shot coming.
Inside. Antetokounmpo playing strong inside.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Ball from long range. And it's Chicago with the rebound. James outside. Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to James. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Thompson outside. Here's Gugliotta. Carries the long-range jumper. Gugliotta's got 7.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Smith kicks it out to LeBron. Pass to Smith. It's blocked.
Oh, next time they go down low, they'll think twice about it.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Screen by Giannis. Here's Harper. And Harper slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Towns, the screen. That's a 2 from Cunningham. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the defense.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so it's Chicago, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Chicago leading by 7. Harper in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Green by Giannis. In close, it's Gilgeous-Alexander.
An expert at getting into the lane and creating havoc. SGA.
And outside. On the wing, Thompson. Screen by Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson misses.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
To the inside. Towns with the steal. Thompson with it. Outguarded by Giannis. And that one is good.
Phenomenal shooter from the mid-range. All Klay needs is a little bit of daylight. Like a little bit, and it is gold.
Harper with the ball. On to Tacumbo. No stopping that baby hook on the fly.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Odom a screen. Oh, softly lays it in.
Superb focus from Harper on that shot, absorbing the contact well.
Thompson fires. No good from 3.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Gervin surveying the D. Antetokounmpo. Got it to go off the glass.
Every aspect of Giannis' game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Buries the deep ball.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Odom a screen. Oh, the slam dunk.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Screen by Smith. Cunningham misses the 3. And here is Odom. There's 45 seconds left in the game. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Wall. It's good.
John Wall.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Takes the shot. Count it. Nice touch.
He's got a lot of weapons, but a sharp one is that little pull-up game. It's so dangerous.
And he jams it in. fires. And
sorry, buddy.
And so Chicago
Take a
takes
seat.
this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for everyone... Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Here's Wall. Off with the layup. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. On the free throw, no good.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Now here's Hardaway. From deep, George. The shot goes in. First shot, first pass, 3.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Watch out. I mean, when LeBron is coming through, the guy is a force at getting to the rack.
It's good from long range.
You know, that was a smart feed setting up for the 3.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And there's the whistle, the illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Mobley outside. Outside, George. Clock at 4. For the 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
For 3.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Screen by Giannis. From deep, James.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take a charge.
Screen by Smith. Here's SGA. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And when Giannis is sinking that shot, he is impossible to guard.
Pass to Jackson. Latrey. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Yeah, the vertical's still there. LeBron's athleticism never ceases to amaze. And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there, George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Here's LeBron. Kirilenko with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Outside for George. From downtown, the three-pointer is right on target. George has got 11 points.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George looking around. Outside Jackson. Pass to Mobley. Kirilenko up top. Still scoreless. There's Jackson with the 3. Doncic's outside. And it's off from three-point range. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Up by 7. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
17.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable.
Oh, pussy, you done guard me one time.
Using that momentum on the drive to great effect. Now that's a
shit you doing.
A deep 3 from George. A long distance 3 is buried. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh my God, but to see how I cook you.
Odom screen to the paint. Excellent D there from George.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
To the inside, Jackson. And Jerry West pulls it down. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.
You can't play for shit. Computer's playing for you.
Is a scorer as well.
Yeah, but range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Joel Embiid.
Yeah, he was making sure of that one. Jackson with a strong finish.
Odom screen.
You can't guard me, buddy. Let the computer guard me. You suck.
And Harper slams it in.
Never never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
2 minutes.
And here is Hardaway after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Fires from way outside.
Paul George.
Sinks it. What range
You suck,
from
bro.
outside. Wow.
You suck, completely suck. You let the computer play. You completely suck. You don't got no game. You really don't got no game, buddy.
Jackson with the screen. The 3 from George. 9 for 9. Looking deadly.
Bro, you completely suck, bro. You don't guard me one time. Come and guard me. Come and guard me. To see the way I cook you. Come and guard me. To see the way I cook you.
What I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
So-called 2K players. Look at this. Come and guard me.
He has got to be aware of it.
Pass to Morning. And stolen by Giddey.
Nigga, you didn't guard me for shit. You pussy. You didn't guard me for shit, you pussy. You didn't guard me for shit, pussy. You suck. The computer's doing for you. What you guys gonna do next year when they take the AI out?
It seems like everybody
You're gonna be sucking a lot of dick.
out there these days.
A lot of dick. When they take the AI out.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing.
A lot of dick you guys gonna be sucking. They're gonna take that AI out.
That's as close as you can get without foul.
And here's George. After the 3-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. Takes it inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Hands it from downtown. George has got 28 points for the game.
Another good play. This is how they built.
You getting reported, bitch. You gonna, nigga, you suck, nigga. Ain't nobody playing with a fucking stupid cornball motherfucker like you.